Okay, I'm bored. You're bored. Let's get this over with. This is gonna be my version of what Deku was doing to the dog from the movie Unleashed. If you haven't seen that movie, you should. It's awesome. I really enjoy it. It's one of my favorites. Anyway, let's begin with the story. For this, Deku is actually gonna be treated to the Yakuza by Hisashi while Inko's working overseas. And Deku, he is actually 1 years old here, about to be 2 years old. So he doesn't know anything much. His brain hasn't really developed. He barely remembers what happened, and from a young age, he is in a manner of speaking, whipped into shape to become the perfect guard dog, and if needed, enforcer. One day, he goes with Chisaki and Rampa. They're doing some collections when unexpectedly the guy just put out guns and Izuku just attacked him. He ended up breaking the guy's nose as well as his legs and arms. The guy's screaming, telling Chisaki to call his little guard dog. Which Chisaki said, "Not until you give us the money you owe." Which he just said, "We don't have it. I don't have it." And Chisaki just says, "Danny, you know what? Fuck it, Deku. Yeah, I'm calling it Deku. Screw that." Either way, break his neck, in which Deku does. He's 4 by this time. He doesn't have his collar yet. Yet. That's how times get 27, and he's actually been doing this whole helping them collect their money for a long time. He's had to kill at least 5 people in his life. That's not including the guy whose neck he broke. Shisaki has instilled the fear of God in Deku's mind, making it so he doesn't even want to think about escaping. They do feed him well enough so he doesn't, you know, go head hungry. They want him as strong as he can possibly get. Deku still clings to the hopes that he can get away up until Shisaki sees this glimmer of hope in his eyes and decides to crush it. And he breaks down Deku and reconstructs him 10 times until Deku is just gasping for air, terrified. Yeah, and now Deku is his mind is shattered. You don't see that gleam in his eyes anymore. They're all faded over. Quiet. Whenever Shisaki raises his hand, Deku cowers in fear. Since he's only known the Yakuza, he doesn't trust anyone. And he is terrified of new people. Because if the people who raised him treat him like this, God knows how someone else would. A complete stranger. And one time when they were actually doing collections, he unleashes Deku upon a group of 10 guys, which Deku does get beat up a lot, but he does what he needs to do, and then some, because out of nowhere he started going more wild, or feral, you could say, and started actually snapping their necks, ripping out their spines. You can hear the flesh tearing and the bones breaking. Just telling Deku to stop. He's not listening until just Chisaki just places his hand on Deku and breaks him down and reconstructs him again Deku on the ground trying to gasp for air. And now we have another time skip to when Deku is 13. He does have the color right here in the picture. And he is no hope in escaping. All he remembers is being in the Yakuza. He doesn't know what his mother and father looking like. He's just quiet. And now they kept him as docile as they can when that collar stays on. But when he has to take it off, it gets so much more brutal for him. He has to fight Rampa, leading to Rampa breaking his arms and legs. So when Rampa seems like he's about to lose, Jishiki just steps in, which Rampa hates it when he does that because he believes in a fair fight, if nothing else. But he can't really go up against Overhaul. Anyway, he months pass by, and then Eri appears. She sees Deku and raises her hand. He cowers behind her Overhaul because he can't. He doesn't place his trust in anyone, and he's terrified of Overhaul because he sees Overhaul as the strongest. So despite being so terrified, he knows that if anything goes wrong, Overhaul can protect him. Anyway, Brian Airy has been able to walk around, but she one day sees a cage. She walks up to it and sees Deku. She's asking him, why is he in here? Deku just staying silent. He has no how to talk in complete sense. He can't comprehend her completely. He only knows the commands of get him and kill him. And she has some bread and tries to hand it to them, being all friendly. And Deku is surprised to see someone acting so kind. He slowly creeps up to the front of the cage and grabs it and scurries back to his corner. And Eri gives him a genuinely nice smile, which Deku actually gets on that gleam in his eye back. Then he charges to the front again and holds out his hand. Eri, being the way she is, all sweet and everything. Fuck you, Chisaki. but either way, she she holds onto his hand, but on accident, her quirk starts to activate. But something weird happens. Deku's body isn't really affected. Or what Eri accidentally ends up doing is rewinding his mind state. She rewinds it to a point where he actually does start to remember everything, and now he can actually pick up on things he's missed, just like his father drafting him for the Yakuza. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for the first time in a long time, Deku actually speaks and says, "Thank you." Then Chisaki walks in and sees this scene. He's like, "What are you doing, Eri?" Like, nothing. I just wanted to see him. Whatever. Come with me. Let's say this is was the beginning of the experiments. Jesus, he just wanted to be sure that what he was right about Aries' quirk first. And this is when he actually started doing it. Deku just looking at Chisaki with anger behind his back. Chisaki just doesn't know what Aries did, but right now he doesn't care. He just needs to get to work. And Deku just starts thinking, how am I going to get both me and her out of here? And so he trains, and let's say he's 14 now, and Chisaki and Rama just got back from joint collection when just then they see police cars as well as a bunch of pro heroes around the base. And Overhaul's getting pissed. Like, wait, what? Robin's like, well, how did they even get here? I don't know. We gotta get to Airy fast. Robin, I need you to make me a door. Just then, someone shows up, All Might, and, and he socks Rambo straight in the face, sending him flying. Chisaki's about to touch the floor when Aizawa beats into it and cancels his quirk. And then Deku finally being feeling some release. Oh, I'm so happy you guys are here. Chizuki's looking at us like, wait, you can talk? Oh yeah, I can talk. I set this whole thing up actually. Like, what? And yes, I, that's what I did that. I did the raid early. Just then Deku just looking at in space saying, I bet you guys are wondering how exactly I brought down Chisaki. Well, I'll tell you. You see, as soon as Eri actually gave me back my sanity, I decided to actually plot and scheme against Chisaki. And whenever we would go past in a public place, I would leave little soul notes whenever we went past a hero, just so they can see and pretend that I dropped it. But as soon as he tried to give it back, I turned around and said, use as much as I could to tell them to read it and to wait. I gave them locations, I gave them times and schedules. I made it so easy, I pretty much just gift read the Yakuza for them. But then I saw someone super uppity and uptight, looks like. He was Sir Night Eye. I figure, huh, he looks like a plain old office worker, but for the way he presents himself, he must be a hero. And he left a note right beside him. And you could say the rest was history. Whenever Eri did come back from time to time, she she tried to tell me about how bad it was. I could comfort her, and that is when I knew that she really needs to get out of here. So for my last act, I actually told them exactly where we would be, when to show up, and who to bring. Alright. Alright. In the flashback. Oh my goodness. Alright. Anyway, he's putting a cop car. He's just thinking, I can't believe I was outsmarted by a little kid. And Deku walks around the courtyard. Finally sees Eri, and he runs straight towards her, and she runs straight towards him, and they meet each other halfway to hug. Eri's telling him, thank you for everything. With Deku just saying, no, thank you. You set me free. Doing this thing for you is the least I could do. And Eri just has a big smile on her face. And hugs him tighter and calls him Papa. In which Deku was like, wait, what? Like, yes, you're Papa. I, uh, I'm 14 now. You are, you are younger than me, but I'm not that old. But you're still Papa. That's all that matters. You're my Papa. That's all that matters to me. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, blame well, whatever. He gave me this idea to do this in one of his what ifs. I was thinking, oh yes, I'm doing this. This is perfect. So ever so often, if I ever have Deku find Eri early, chances are I'm going to make her call him Papa or Dad or something. Anyway, Deku's thinking, oh my god, when I get home, I'm going to get an earful from my mom. Like, your mom? Yeah, and since I'm gonna be your papa, she's gonna be your grandma. Oh, she's gonna kill me. I better just pull the band-aid off. It's like, okay. And he asked the police for a ride to his address, which they are happy to provide. Okay, he heads to the door and rings the doorbell. And Inko sluggishly shows up. She's in between Prime Inko and Canon Inko is now. She's in between that. And she's sad, looking down with bags in her eyes, and asks, hello, who is this? Yeah, it's me, Mom. And she looks up to see this. She's like, no, you can't be my son. He was kidnapped such and such years ago. Really? Who told you that? My husband, Hisashi. He's like, oh, wait, Dad? Dad told you that. Hmm. Where is he right now? She's like, in the living room. He's like, wait, don't say I'm here. Don't say it's me. And Hisashi just piped. So I was like, Ingo, who is that? Who's at the door? Uh, it's Masaru. Miski's husband. Oh, okay. Hey, why don't you see if she wants to come in? There's a funny show on. Do you want to come in? It's like, oh yeah. And they walk inside. And that is where I'm going to end this off. What y'all think? Oh my goodness. Well, special thanks to Fallout Whatifer. He made it so I never knew when I was going to be able to post this one. But thanks to him, I said, fuck, I might as well do it as soon as I can. I'm going to make this as original as I can. Like right here. Yeah, what? Yeah, this is part one to what Deku was Danny the dog from Unleashed, part one. And I am out.